Cindy Steele and Christy Estep. And your range officials.
Welcome back to the 2018 Delta McKenzie ASA Classic here in Coleman, Alabama at the St. Bernard Abbey.
The parking Nazi. Dennis Hatton is not with us. Chris White, Marla Spencer, Jim Gibson, Donnie Laney, Brian Ramey, Matt Shelton, Rick Dodd, Jimmy Matthews, Michael Nanny, Mickey Haig, Roger Templeton. I want to bring all of them out. I want to get a picture of this.
This is recognition of all the ASA staff that puts all of these amazing events together. ASA President Mike Tyrell.
Not so much. Not so much.
Working with the crowd. So some appreciation for the hard work put in here. And it is hard work. When you're entertaining 1,800 archers at this event.
And they lay down 14 full ranges, 14 full ranges on this whole property, plus all the practice bales, plus all the breakdown bales. I mean, the pile of work, the effort that goes into putting on one of these events is ridiculous.
You got to come out.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
Got to come out, check
These
it
are the
out.
people that
Can
do
you hear
it.
me?
Yep.
And man, what a good time.
Absolutely outstanding.
Good time.
Big round of applause. You at home, round of applause as we transition into our final class of the season. I'd like to welcome into the booth for our known pro, Matthew shooter Jesse Broadwater. You may have heard of him, the Freak Show. What's up, JB?
Hey, not much. How's it going?
Good, good. Thank you so much for sticking around here.
Yep, no problem.
Obviously, we're sad not to see you in this shoot down, but we're really happy to have you here in this booth.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as the rain holds off, we'll be all right.
So while we have a second, Jesse, let's talk about your season a little bit. How have things been going? I mean, obviously you've got you were on the podium a couple times, including a win in Texas.
Yep, made I think 3 shoot downs and made a good run at the shooter of the year. Won Texas. Had some podiums on the other couple there, but had all it takes is a little bit of a slip, and had that this morning there in the first half of the round, and kind of gave this weekend away. So
Well, yeah, there's not much room to slip with these guys, with this crowd as tight as these are.
Yeah.
We've got to do some quick introductions here. Welcome everybody to our final shoot-off for this evening. This is the Known Pro Shootdown. Finishing in 5th, your qualifier Tim Gillingham with a 440, 23 X's from Provo, Utah. Shooting pro for 25 years, shooting for Boat Tech, Gold Tip, Hamski, Bee Stinger, Black Gold, and Shrewd. His wife is watching live online back home. His competition highlights 2018 Fort Benning champion, ASA multi-time champion, ASA Classic champion, Tim Gillingham. Your 4th place qualifier with 440 24 X's, Jacob Marlowe from Ebro, Florida. Shooting pro for 6 years, shooting for Elite, Scott, CBE, Winner's Choice, Black Eagle, Bee Stinger, Vortex, and Last Chance Archery. His mom and dad are in attendance, and his brother here at the Shootdown. In 2016, 2017, and 2018, he was the Appling Unknown Pro Champion, and 2017 fully unknown pro known pro champion. In 4th, Jacob Marlowe. Your 3rd place qualifier and shooter of the year this year for 2018, Justin Hanna, with a 442, 23 bonus rings from Asheville, North Carolina. Shooting pro for 3 years, shooting for Matthews, Gold Tip, Bee Stinger, Vortex, Scott Releases, CBE Sights, and Last Chance Archery. 2016 Rookie of the Year in Open Pro, 3rd place in Metropolis Known Pro 2018, 3rd place in Texas Known Pro 2018, and your 2018 Shooter of the Year Known Pro, Justin Hanna. Your second place qualifier from Denmark, Stefan Hansen. Shooting pro for 6 years for PSE, Carbon Express, Doinker, Axel, Trueball. Second place in the Classic 2017 and fourth place. This is his fourth shoot-off. Stefan Hansen, your second place qualifier, 450 with 26 bonus rings. And your number one qualifier in known pro with a 450 and 26 bonus rings, Garrett Erzman from Morgantown, West Virginia. Shooting pro for 7 years, shooting for Elite, Vortex, Black Eagle, Shrewd, Zebros, Lights, and Elevation. His third cousin Riley's up in the stands. His known pro shoot-off, Metropolis Classic 2017, and he took third in Augusta earlier this year. Garrett Erzman, 450 with 26 bonus rings, your number one qualifier.
All right, thanks, Chuck. The stage is now set for our final shoot down.
I don't think he has a third cousin in the stands.
You don't think so? I think he was messing with you?
What do you think, Jesse?
Yeah, I don't know who he's talking about there.
Here we go. Known pro, you can use the rangefinder
Yep.
to tell you exactly how far the target is, and everyone does that.
Yep. Just gotta know where to aim and make the shot.
So we're looking at
Oh, is
Tim
that how it
Gillingham
works?
there.
Is that how easy it is, Jesse?
Yeah, just that easy.
Tim going for the 14 right out of the gate.
He's known to be aggressive.
I talked to him about that before we got started. He said he's got nothing to lose. He just might do it.
All right, Garrett
So that was Garrett Erzman,
50-year leader with Stefan Hansen.
our number one position. He's going to come out with a 10 for Erzman, so he'll go to 460 right off the bat.
They're actually tied for score and bonus rings.
And these two archers came in tied for score and for bonus rings. And
14 for
no
Stefan.
doubt, Stefan Hansen, very aggressive. He is not scared when he's stroking it. He's going for it.
Yeah,
Our
or
shooter
shake
of
and
the
shoot.
year.
Does that surprise you, him being that aggressive?
Not really, because he's got some confidence right now. Shot with him the first day and he smoked it.
10 for Justin.
Yeah, he really did. He was only 2 behind Garrett,
Jacob
who had
Marlow.
an outstanding run and was able to close that gap, obviously to tie for the day.
Right.
How often do you think, Jesse, do we see tie in score and in bonus rings?
Yeah, not very often.
Yeah. Usually that's a big
And
separator.
Tim Gillingham
I think Tim's
will
just a
go for
little
all
low on this
14
one.
rings in this shoot down.
Yeah, it looks like it.
That is a hard one to go for the 14 on, that javelina right there, especially in these lighting conditions.
That's 8 for Tim.
No, he's gonna be Tim on this
Tim
one.
will go for every 14.
Now he's going to go 14s all the way around.
He's going for it. I mean, yeah, he had that ad lane, nothing to lose, no problem.
Yeah.
He loves it
All right,
too.
guys.
Look at this guy here,
Gives Tim a second to get settled in.
Justin Hanna.
Your shooter of the year,
Yep.
consistent.
He's a heck of a guy.
Upper 12 for
Definitely
Stefan.
deserved it. I think he made like every shoot down,
Mm-hmm.
maybe except one. He may have made them all. So,
All right, gentlemen.
well-deserved shooter of the year right there.
Jacob Marlow, waiting for the go-ahead.
Tim, you ready?
Fellow Floridian right there.
Oh yeah, you're a Floridian now, are you?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
Do you get to shoot with him often, or do you guys get together at all, or no?
Nah, he lives up in the Panhandle there, so he's a little bit away from me. So,
Boy, he's raring to go.
he is.
Okay,
Yeah, Justin
gentlemen.
Hanna's
Upper
worst
12
finish this
by
year, Jesse,
Garrett.
I believe,
On the
was
Russian 4, upper 12 by
in Augusta,
Stefan
and that
on
was
the
5th place.
Deer.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Start
he
your
did have a
1
6 in the
minute
limb
now.
saver, but you know, I don't think that counts for this.
Right.
The top will be up.
Yeah, Tommy good.
Got the 12 there. A couple of fist bumps there, so a couple of good shots, you know, that went down range.
You can see middle
First up,
part of the
Jacob
screen a little bit to the
Marlow,
right.
currently
Stefan
at
Hansen's
452.
coach or umbrella holder, Paul Tedford.
Tied with Justin
Tedford
Hanna.
actually tied on
Another
score to get
12 for Jacob,
into
who's
this
in the
shoot down, but missed it
464.
by 1 bonus ring. So we had 440, which there was a big tie between Marlow, Gillingham, a couple other shooters back there. That one single bonus ring took him out of the ability to come shoot this one.
Yeah, it was all jammed up right there to get in the last spot. It's crazy how that always works.
Step with upper 12 call.
We're not really sure what that card
That's
looks
a
like.
miss.
That's a miss?
With Justin and Jacob. Garrett
I
Ayersman
don't even know what happened.
That was
has
Stefan.
a chance to move into the lead.
I wonder if he missed his sight. There's no way he missed the target.
They just called it a 0.
On the rushing board.
12 for
He has
Garrett.
the upper 12, moves him to 472. And for Tim Gillingham,
Wow, as we sit here in the booth, a little perplexed about what happened with Stefan Hansen's shot.
peeling the 14.
Tim went for 14,
Of course, Tim went for the 14.
All right. Let's look at
And
the
although
board
that
real quick.
chamois is a little difficult of a target to shoot, in terms of the distance, it's actually not in a bad spot, is it, Jesse?
Yeah, it's not too bad, but I mean, there's nothing to aim at on that
Everybody's
thing.
now within 10
And with these lightings and
points of our
shadows,
leader.
like, there's
Upper
no
12
sun shining on
for
it, no
Jacob, upper
sunspot.
12
It's
for
a
Garrett,
tough one to
upper
shoot
12
at
for
under these
Stefan.
conditions.
Now you guys wind up shooting in this
Jacob,
really
you ready?
dim light most of the time.
We'll start
for
your
your
1
shootouts, right?
minute.
Yeah, it is.
Now.
It's totally different than what we shoot the whole weekend, so you kind of got to know, you know, what the final venue is going to be like, you know, try to prepare for it. But
So Garrett Ayersman now in incredible position. I believe Garrett called the upper 12. Jesse. Tim going for that 14.
Another 14 there for Tim. And it looks close. It looks like
It's
he got it.
close, definitely. Tim's glassing it. Garrett with a little fist bump there. So first score comes in.
That's 10
So
It'll
that's
fit in
a
that
10
pie
for
up
Jacob
there.
Marlowe.
for Jacob Marlowe. For Tim
Moving on
Gillingham.
to
So 474 for
Looking for
Jacob.
his 14.
Russian Bear. They're taking it close. Uh-oh, glasses are going on. This is for real.
Trying to get the glare out to see if it's hitting the line.
yeah,
Okay, they're going to shuffle the cards here. Oh, no, sorry.
switching
All right.
sides. Wow.
Somebody called a meeting.
They know what it is, but they like cameras on.
Yeah, they that's it. Mike Durrell said they like camera time.
He shuffles
Oh, they're
through.
shuffling. That's an
There's
8.
the-
Oh, so
man.
Tim going for it. That was a close one, obviously.
Gives him a 470.
tough breaks for him.
Now
Missing
Garrett.
like just that far.
All right, so Garrett Ayersman with Stefan Hansen's miss.
He's still
Really?
in front of Tim, though.
He's still in front of Tim, and he hasn't even
Yeah.
scored his third arrow yet, and we know that. So a 10 for Garrett. So now, all of a sudden, I think Garrett's going into conservative mode, right, Jesse? Just pound him out in the middle with the scores right now.
Yeah, I mean, you can, but you still want to, you know, gain as many points as you can. I mean, if there's someone within 10 points of them, there's going to be another arrow, but
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, good point. So you think you're trying to close the door on everyone, not even go to that next arrow?
yeah, it just depends.
Would you do
on-
that?
It depends on how I'm feeling. Like, it all depends on the confidence you have at the time, you know.
If you could see his face right now, Jesse's face, he's got that little sly grin. So-
Hansen at 472 and Tim Gillingham at 470.
This is a position that Garrett Ayersman, he's finished on the podium this year. He was third spot in Augusta.
Justin wants an upper 12.
Longtime archer Garrett, his father owns a shop in Morgantown, West Virginia. He literally lives within 7 or 8 steps of that shop.
Yep.
And they've now expanded that shop so they can actually start shooting 60 yards indoor, corner to corner.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
That's Sportsman's Refuge.
So Justin has moved up one position from third into second.
Good
Stefan
shot.
down to fourth. Jacob up into second. Garrett still with a lead. Tim in fifth.
All right, so our
Going
first
into
score.
this fourth arrow.
Yep. We're going to go to the Javelina. 12.
Who was that for?
12.
Javelina would have been Stefan Hansen.
Yep.
Yep.
Confused.
484.
Next for Garrett Ayersman.
All right, so next up for
Current
Garrett
leader at 482.
on the turkey. 10.
10 for
Yeah.
Garrett. 492.
Because that is it. I mean, obviously you want to think, okay, I might want to close it out 10 or whatever, but if you have such a commanding lead going in that 6th arrow, it's kind of like,
Yeah, you want to try to make, if you know that you're going to have people going with you, going to the 6th arrow, you want to try to make them have to go for the 14 or something, you know, so you don't want to just keep tying and keep dragging it out.
I'm still a little shy. Oh,
Looking at the 14 there.
that's right. And that's 14.
14 for Jacob Marlowe.
Jacob Marlowe
Moves him to 4.
getting a little racy.
8.
Yeah.
Now only 4 points behind our leader, Garrett Ayersman. And now for Justin Hanna.
All right, so Hannah a 10.
Moves him to 486.
486 for Hannah.
Garrett, 492.
So that's Garrett going to be in first right now, going into the last arrow with a 492. Jacob Marlowe with a 488, 4 points back. Justin Hanna with a 486. Stefan Hansen with a 484. Tim Gillingham with a 478. So even with the miss, Stefan Hansen is still in front of Tim.
But what's important right now is Jacob Marlowe. Marlowe has got to get aggressive here, and if he hits, if he goes for the 14, he's going to put a lot of pressure on Garrett.
He's on the short target, so he could. Center 10 on the deer.
No reaction from Garrett on that one. It's probably
the shadow's killing me, but I think that's a left 10.
All right, so we go to Hansen.
Called
the upper 12. He's got a 10.
494 there.
Yep. So now we'll move over to the Russian boar, our second target. Oh, Garrett with a fist bump there. So
yeah.
Hannah with a 14.
There you go.
For Jacob Marlowe.
And Jacob Marlowe, it didn't look like.
I'm going to double check that math. I must have added something wrong. He called it as a 500 even.
No, he said 5. I think he said a couple below 500.
Solid 10 there for Jacob, yeah.
That was Jacob Marlowe with a 10.
Yep.
So that was that move, trying to get aggressive, didn't hit it. A little bit of a look on the turkey. Everyone's favorite target.
Yeah.
Turkey.
Not mine.
No, no one I know of. An 8.
And
for Tim.
Fifth place. And for Garrett Ersman, our leader, 492.
All right, so for our leader, Garrett Ersman, he called the upper 12. Oh, and he got it.
Got it.
He got it.
Man, he's stroking.
That's right. Way to put some distance.
Yep.
Incredible, too. By the way, he's shooting a victory 39 he put together 1 week ago, Garrett Ersman.
That's right. That sounds about right for Garrett.
Yeah. He dusted it off the shelf and started pounding with it.
Said he had 1 day behind it before he got here.
Yeah.
So that'll put Tim finishing in 5th officially. He will not carry over to the 6th arrow.
Yeah. So it looked like Hannah was at 500.
Right? No, Hannah's at 504.
Now let's take a look at that scoreboard again that ASA has up on that board, because when I had a glance at that scoreboard, there we go. So it's 504 for Garrett, and for Justin it's 500. So if Garrett plays it safe and Hannah goes for it, we're going to be all tied up.
Exactly. Yep.
And then Marlowe right there to be the spoiler with 498. He's only 6 points back.
Yeah, but with this last arrow, you're looking at if Garrett shoots a solid 10, Marlowe
can't catch him.
No, because that'd be 16 to shoot.
Looks like they're going back to that deer.
Yep. So this is the large alert deer. So this is the one that they built, propped up for the men's pro.
Yeah, and it's stretched out there.
Yeah, he's definitely going to stretch him out again.
All right, they're going to move him to a new stake.
Yep, just slid him forward. You can see him bend over and press the stake into the grass there.
All right, so Stefan Hansen still in the mix here.
Checks it to make sure it's legal. Make sure it's within their max range.
All right, Stefan.
This is tense right here, because this shooter of the year has a chance to totally turn the tables. And I mentioned this before. I don't know if I mentioned it to you, Jesse, but so far this season, there hasn't been one person in the known pro class, not one time, who's come in here in position number 1 and who's won this.
Right.
So Garrett Ersman has an opportunity with this arrow to be the first person all year to come in the first. I mean, he was tied with Stefan Hansen, but on our sheet, at least he came in here number 1 and to walk away with a win.
Yeah, you think it would go more towards the person coming in, who's coming in the lead, that they would have a good chance at winning it, but it can totally go the opposite way.
In this class.
Just within 2 targets.
Start your 1 minute now.
Here we go. So Hansen.
Do you think he goes for the 14?
Watch how steady this young man holds right here. I'm telling you, he holds so steady. I'm jealous.
Oh, went for it.
Just off him.
Dang.
And he's checking his tape again.
I like how he went for it, though.
Yep.
I've shot with him many times. Roomed with him actually in Foley, Alabama.
Yeah, he's
full of confidence. He's world number 1 for a reason. He's world number 1 in world archery for a reason.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
Next up, currently a 498.
that shows you the talent that ASA, I mean, between the Jesse Broadwaters of the world and Levi Morgans and the world #1 in world archery coming to shoot here in the United States.
Slim Shady. They called him Slim Shady.
The original Slim Shady.
Well,
Old Lonnie.
It's better than his last haircut name.
Oh, yeah.
Krusty the Clown.
Yeah, right.
Old Lonnie Marlow going for it.
No. Ready? Yes.
He's a lot of fun, man. He's got a great sense of humor. I love hanging around with that kid.
Yeah, he is.
Cracks me up. Coming in with a 498.
Rolling through the old 3-finger back tension.
Center 10.
Center 10, okay.
All right, so a little handshake there.
Currently 6 points
508.
behind the leader. A 10 for Jacob. 508. Locks up no worse than third place now.
I can tell you one shooter in this range who's wanting to get this last arrow over and done with, Garrett Erzman, so he can wrap this season up and go hunting.
Yeah,
He's basically got about 4 or 5 months of hunting on his schedule.
Yeah.
Debating whether he's going to Vegas or not, too. He hasn't been in the last 2 seasons.
Huh.
Been able to avoid it. Stay in the hunting groove.
Yeah.
Jesse, that's what happens when you're not married and you have no kids.
Yeah, right. I'm ready for hunting season myself.
So here's Mike Tyrell explaining to Justin Hanna what his deal is. So basically, if Justin wants to go for the win, he's got one option.
Yep.
And that is go for the 14.
Yeah, and you can see, you know, we mentioned this earlier in the broadcast, the fact that Mike will give those guys their options, make sure they've thought about it, make sure maybe talk them into, you know.
And that's a good thing. I'll tell you, when you're up there and like you're trying to do all the math and figure out what you got to do, it's kind of a good thing to have someone just kind of lay it out there for you and tell you what the scores are. And
just slows the pace just
give
a
you
little.
a second to think about it.
You've been up there enough times to know that it's a benefit, right?
Yeah, it seems like you're so rushed when you're up there.
All right, here we go, Justin Hanna. Oh,
dang, just a little tall.
Just a little tall for Justin.
That'll be a 5.
And this is it. We're coming up on the final arrow for the pro classes for ASA 2018 season.
But still holds on to third place.
So he's still officially in third until this last arrow is fired.
508.
Justin Hansen off of a miss, only going to finish 6 points off of the podium.
Needs a 5 to win.
All right, here we go. So all Garrett has to do is basically hit foam.
Yep.
Upper 12.
You don't think he's shaking? Hey, because Stefan missed one, you know? I mean, that'd be going through my mind right now. It's possible to miss on this field, for sure.
Now.
He's got to hit a 10.
My microphone working now. All right, so there goes Garrett.
An 8, and it goes to Justin.
There it is, right smack in the middle. And Garrett Erzman, who was our guest on ASA Daily yesterday, because he was the known pro leader, is able to hold on to that lead and come away with the win.
Yeah, well-deserved win, too. He shot strong all weekend, yesterday, today, and in the shoot down. Like you said, come in number 1, left number 1. Can't get any better than that.
Probably one of his biggest wins in his young career, I would have to think.
Yeah.
A very talented youth shooter, and now working in as an adult. So Garrett Erzman shooting for Elite will take victory here in Gnome Pro, the last pro class of the 2018 ASA season at the Delta McKenzie ASA Classic here in Coleman, Alabama. And there's a look at your tally. 514 will do it for Garrett Erzman in third. Second spot is going to be Jacob Marlow at a 508, and Justin Hanna will be our final podium finisher. With Stefan Hansen, huge disappointment for him.
Yeah, I still don't know what happened there. I didn't watch it happen. But
First, we're going to invite the Lakeview Club to go take their target.
On our scoreboard, though, it doesn't show Stefan with a miss. It shows him with a 502.
Yeah, that's.
yeah, I'm confused as to what happened there.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so now PJ is corralling our winner over to our camera. He's going to get Garrett Erzman, get a word with Garrett to find out how that was. That pressure cooker, Garrett was able to respond. His second podium finish of the season, and he was able to do it in fine style at this final 2018 Delta McKenzie ASA Classic. Let's go to PJ with Garrett.
All right, here we are, Garrett Erzman, Classic champion, known pro. How was that?
Unreal, honestly. It's my first pro win. You know, I've been so close so many times, and I don't think it's set in yet. It's just, I'm kind of shaking a little bit, not going to lie.
You think it'll hit you tomorrow?
I think on the ride home, yes. You know, got a long ride home, 11 hours to think about it, so.
What was your game plan there? I mean, you were going for some bonus rings, then you're playing safe. What was going through your mind?
You know, I knew I could hit the 12s, and it got out there, and this lights kind of made it hard to see some of the other, like the 14s where to aim. Lost the detail. And I aimed hard at the chamois, just shot under it. And when I drew back, plan was originally go for the 14 on the Russian, but I got anchored in, I heard Stefan miss. So instantly it changed. I went back to the upper 12 and caught it. So it was a big 12-point swing just off the top of the bat.
When you made that change, were you at full draw?
Yes. I heard it off the side, and I was just like, now's your chance. So
That's great. Thanks, Garrett. Congratulations.
thank you.
You know, Garrett spent a lot of time, of course, in the men's pro division, so he's very keened in and aware on listening to a release and a hit on a target.
That's crazy there. That, you know, he heard that and, like, changed his game plan right in mid-stride, basically. So that's crazy. Crazy turn of events right there.
Well, what a way to end the season for the ASA events here in the 2018 Delta McKenzie ASA Classic. We've seen some incredible things. And by the way, this is the first time all season in Known Pro we've had the person coming in the lead is going to win it. That's unique for the season for the class. We've seen people in 4th place in the women's pro and senior pro division come up and win it as well. And of course, we saw the domination of Levi Morgan win his 4th in a row this season. And of course, all the shooters of the year. So much more going on here, by the way. If you're in the area in Coleman, Alabama, there's still a whole bunch of amateur shooting in these fields tomorrow. So you better come on out and spectate and have a good time.
There you go.
Well, let's get some final thoughts. Jesse, what did you think about the season as we wrap things up here and you head into the winter months?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great season. 7 ASAs. I enjoyed shooting all of them. Look forward to doing it again next year. And but I definitely look forward to hunting season first. And yeah, it was a good season for me. I mean, of course, you're always striving to do better, and that's what I'm going to try to do for the future. Just keep trying to do better and better, practicing harder and harder, and come out here and, you know, try to make the podium. Shooter of the year. That's always a good thing. You know, shooter of the year, to win that. You know, there's an FAA Shooter of the Year, ASA Shooter of the Year, and to win those things, you really have to have a solid, consistent year the whole way through. So that's always a goal of mine every year, to try to be consistent throughout the year. So,
well, we look forward to see what you have going on. Thank you so much for joining us in the commentary booth. It was great. It was insightful. And we know you have a very early flight tomorrow morning with a long drive to get to the airport. So we appreciate your time, Jesse.
No problem. Thank you, guys.
All right. So, Chuck, there we go. That was something very special. Glad really to be a part of it. And, you know, can't thank everyone for watching at home. And, of course, all the crew for CAM, what they were able to do and with this coverage. And we certainly hope you enjoyed it.
I think it's fantastic. I hope it's
Make sure you show that to the fans at home.
A big congratulations.
All right,
again
Jesse
to all of our
Broadwater,
winners.
$2,400 as
Garrett
our shoes of the
Levi
year.
Morgan,
Also
Brian
want to bring up
Jones,
Cody
Kaylee
Gregg.
Johnson. What a really fantastic shoot-off it was. And, man, what an evening. I was glad to be a part of it. Thanks for having me along. We hope everybody at home enjoyed it.
All right. Well, that'll do it for our coverage here of the 2018 Delta McKenzie ASA Classic. Coming at you from Coleman, Alabama, with all this footage provided by Lancaster Archery. For Chuck and PJ, I'm Greg. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you again real soon.
Congratulations.
It might be a lucky pair of socks or routine before or after a hunt. Whatever it may be, trust that hunt to the most shootable and efficient bow ever developed. Honor the ritual.
Congratulations. Thank you all. Make sure you're here right now tomorrow.
Precision matters. Balance matters. Accuracy matters. That's why I choose dead center.